Okay students, this is chapter number 1, cell structure and organization. We were doing some of the organelles of animal cell. Let's continue. In this lesson you would be able to know about certain other animal organelles such as mitochondria, rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. We'll go through the structure of ribosomes and functions. Also we'll see what centrioles do and Golgi bodies, the structure of vacuole and what their function is. This is again the diagram of animal cell. Animal cells we did in our last lesson. We looked upon cell membrane, we saw what nucleus function is, how it looks, and then we also did cytoplasm. Today we'll go through other organelles. First of all is mitochondria. The general information that you would have already is that it is the powerhouse of the cell. Now you have to remember their shape. These are rod-like in shape. They are double membraned. They have two membranes. The outer one is continuous while the inner one is making folds. You don't need to go into detail of this structure. Just remember that they are rod-like, plus they are double layered or double membraned. The mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell because of the fact that it is involved in cellular respiration. Respiration means breakdown of glucose molecules in presence of oxygen in order to release energy in the form of ATP. The end product of cellular respiration that happens in these organelles is energy. Energy is in the form of ATP. This is a molecule called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate is a energy molecule which is required in different processes in your body. In next lesson I would ask you what are the function of energy in our body, so you should know about different points. Don't just say that energy is required to fulfill our energy demands for working daily routine work. Be specific, think about it, what energy does in our body. So the more the active cell would be, more ATP it will contain. Like muscle cells, you are walking, you are doing physical activity, so your muscle cells are involved, they are active, so they will have more mitochondria. Nerve cells, these are the cells that are conducting nerve impulses. They are in your body transmitting nerve impulses from one part of the body to another. Always they are in working condition, so these are active cells, hence will have more mitochondria. Liver cells also have a lot of mitochondria because they need to work a lot of chemical activities that are going in them. So this was all about mitochondria. Now let's get on with ribosomes and vacuoles. Ribosomes are composed of RNA and protein. RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. It is also one of the nucleic acid. Nucleic acid are of two types, DNA and RNA. DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid and RNA means ribonucleic acid. So ribosomes are composed of RNA and protein, and their function is to form protein using amino acid. Amino acids are building block of protein, and the formation of protein is the function of ribosomes. Let's get on with vacuole. In animal cell they are numerous in number and are smaller in structure. What their function is, their primary function is to store food, water, carbohydrates in the form of sugars, and also some of the waste materials. They also remove toxic substances, waste materials from the cell as protection strategy. If you see the diagram here, I have shown you a cell. You will go through the detail of this phenomenon which is happening here. I just wanted to show you that this vacuole which is formed in the cell, phagosome, which is being labeled here, this vacuole is formed when cell is engulfing some bacteria into it. Whenever there is a bacterial attack or any foreign body that comes inside your body, it is to be engulfed by certain cells which are protecting you against these bacteria or antigens or foreign elements that are coming into your body. So this molecule, whatever the nature of it is, it when gets into the cell, it will be in the form of a vacuole. Here this vacuole is named as phagosome. So you see, vacuole has multiple function. It can store food, it can store waste material, it can remove toxic elements, and it can also form vacuoles that contain bacteria or any other antigen or foreign element that is harmful for you and you need protection against them. This phenomenon, by the way, is called phagocytosis. I'm not going into the detail of phagocytosis because since this is your chapter number 1, just remember that vacuole and animal cell are multiple in number, they are smaller in structure, and they have many functions to perform, including the storage of waste material, food products, elimination of toxic substances, and engulfing of bacteria. Next is endoplasmic reticulum. These are network of branching and joining tubules. Tube-like structures are present in the cytoplasm. These are continuous with nucleus and cell membrane. Here they will be connected with nucleus, and on the outer surface they will be connected with your cell membrane. There are of two types. One is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum and the other one is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Rough contains ribosomes. Remember it by the letter R. The rough endoplasmic reticulum contains ribosomes, and you know, just we read that ribosomes are involved in formation of proteins. So the function of rough endoplasmic reticulum would also be the formation of proteins. What about smooth endoplasmic reticulum? This lacks ribosomes and it is involved in the formation of lipids. Lipids and fats for your class can be taken as same. Lipids and fats, lipoprotein complexes, and steroids. You can remember just two of them for your ease. You can just say that they are involved in the formation of lipids and steroids. I have given you the structures here. The rough endoplasmic reticulum is containing ribosomes while the smooth one is not. Next is centrioles. These are cylindrical like organelles and they are located at right angle with each other near the nucleus. And boys, remember that they are only present in animal cell. They are not present in plant cell. What their function is that they are involved in the cell division. When you will go into the into A levels, you will get to know the detail of how they are involved in cell division. For now, just remember that whenever the cell is dividing, centrioles have a very vital role to play. Next is Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex or Golgi body. They are flattened sac-like organelles that are stacked over each other like pancakes, and they are located near the nucleus. What their function is it is to do packaging. Packaging of what? They can pack proteins in them, they can have carbohydrates in them, and then they bud off them from their structure in the form of vesicles. If you see in the diagram, they are stacked. What they are having, it can be protein, it can be carbohydrate, and when they have to transport it or export it, they will form small vesicles in which these substances will be packed and transported.